All right, YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So let's talk about being chosen and having intelligence, right? And I know you guys already know this, but you probably looked back since you were a child, right? Since you've been extremely young, you've always had like a weird intelligence about you. Not weird in a bad way. You just had a different type of intelligence. It's like you already had things planted in you since you were born. You already came with like a just like a natural intelligence inside you. You just had it, right? It's just a gift from God, and your intelligence is a blessing and a curse because the Word of God says that the more intelligence you have, the more sorrow that you have. So there's always a dark side to it. You have the good side, which is you're aware of things, you're intelligent, but you have the dark side where it causes sorrow, it causes pain, it causes a lot of just a lot of suffering, right? So there's two sides to intelligence, and you can't do anything about it. This is just how you are. This is how you were created. And also, you do get intelligence from God. You get intelligence from above. So this is why you seem to just know things. You seem to just kind of know things. Even if you didn't learn it, you seem to just know it. You seem to just know how to go through it. You seem to just know what to say. You just seem to know a lot of things. And it might have not made sense to you because you've seen other people around you, and like you would speak and people would be like, how do you even know that? Or like, how do you think like that and everything? Because you're gifted with a high amount of wisdom, you're gifted with a high amount of intelligence, and the reason you're gifted with this high amount of intelligence is because you're supposed to be that way. Because you're a person that's supposed to see through everything. You're a person that's supposed to, you think outside of the box, right? You're not a person that just conforms, because you're naturally a person who doesn't conform to the world because you're not supposed to. You're outside of the world for a reason, and being outside of the world, you have to have a high amount of intelligence so you see through the things, right? And your intelligence is a blessing because not only do you just learn things really fast and you get really good at things really fast, but because of your intelligence, you don't fall prey to manipulative things or like things full of lies or like just things that are evil, things that are bad. You don't fall prey to it because you have such a strong discernment that you see through these things so easily. And this is why people have hated you a lot, because a lot of people are truly wicked. Like they do wicked things, and they hate you because you see through whatever they're doing, whatever these people are doing or whatever the situation is. You see it through it, and you've always been the type of person that's probably like, why does it have to be like this? Like, why is this so evil? Why can't it be this way, right? This is just how you are because you're like this for a reason, because you're made to change things. You're not a person that just conforms to the world. This is also why like you may have even tried to conform when you were younger, and like you just felt like it weird about it. You're like, I don't even want to do this. Like this place is like a scam, or like this is just BS, right? This is just how you've always been. And that's a blessing that you have. You have wisdom from God. You have wisdom from above. And this is why you've always had just a natural intelligence to you. You just never kind of like just accepted things for what they are. Because if these things are corrupt, if they're evil, you don't accept it because you're like, it doesn't have to be that way. It could be this way, right? But a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't want their things exposed, or a lot of things don't want their things exposed. So they're gonna go and blame you as a bad guy, right? Or the bad girl. And you're supposed to be like this because you're purposed differently. Everyone that's purposed differently, they're chosen, they're destined for something else. They're gonna see things for what they really are. They're gonna see things differently. And they're not gonna be the type that's gonna just accept things for what they are, because you're gonna see the evil about things. You're gonna see the corruption about things. And this is why you probably had many conflicts with people, many conflicts with places, just many conflicts in general, because you see the truth about these things, and then other people want to hide it from you, and they want to like kind of gaslight you and say like, oh, you're tripping, or like you're not thinking correctly. They just want to say all these things because they don't want their things exposed. That's what you do. You naturally expose things because you have a natural intelligence to you. Your brain is basically like a sponge all the time. You probably have a brain that moves a million miles a minute, right? You probably have a brain that just learns things like this. Just boom, boom, boom. You learn things like in 2 seconds. And it's supposed to be like that. But because you learn things so fast, the curse part about it is that it gets depressing, right? Because you see the truth. And if you can't do a single thing about it, then you see the truth about these things, and it starts to hurt you, right? Because it brings a lot of sorrow. You're like, man, it doesn't have to be this way, or it shouldn't be this way, or like, why do they act this way? So you see everything like that. This is just how you are. And you probably heard many people in your life tell you to, I always say this, but they say, oh, it just is what it is. This is just how the world is, right? And to you, you don't take that for an answer. You're just like, it doesn't have to be this way. But they're like, this is just how it is. You're like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. You could change it. This is why you're chosen, because you think differently. You have a whole different type of awareness about the things around you. You don't think the same. You don't just accept things. You don't just conform and say, you know what? I'll just accept this is how the world is. You can't do that. It's not how you are. And you're gifted with a lot of empathy too. Because of your empathy, this is why you kind of can't accept certain things, because your empathy makes you feel the truth about things, and you feel like the darkness about things. You feel how other people feel. You feel how things actually work out, and your empathy doesn't let you just accept certain things, because you're like, no, it doesn't have to be like that. Like, this is, grimy. Like, this is evil. This is wicked. So, but you're an incredibly intelligent person. If you're watching this video, I know you can resonate. You're an incredibly intelligent person, and nobody that's intelligent ever knows that they're intelligent, right? Because you might not even notice that you're an intelligent person, because you're so used to who you are. You don't realize that anything you do is like really big. But you've also had people come to your life that genuinely like you, that really like you as a person. And they say like, wow, like, you're incredibly intelligent, or like, wow, you're incredibly this, or like, wow, how'd you know this? Those are the people to listen to. But you've also had the dark side, which is people being envious of you, people being jealous of you, people wanting to put you down, because people want to put you down because they don't want you to expose them. They don't want you to expose anything. They don't want you to change anything, so they want to put you down. But you're always going to be helped by God, where you get other people around you that say, wow, like, you're incredibly intelligent. It's like, wow, you could have the ability to really change something about this world. You could have, they say a lot of these good things. They speak life into your life. And this is how your life is, because if you're chosen, you're never going to have like neutral conversations with people. You're always going to have someone that hates you. Like, they hate your guts. Like, they don't want anything to do with you. They just hate you. And you have people that love you. People are going to be like, you're amazing. You're this, you're that. You're just going to have these two things. And the people that praise you, the people that love you, the people that show you like your skills, those are the people to listen to. The other people are jealous. They're envious. They want what you have. They don't want you to prosper, pretty much. They want to keep you down, right? So you don't listen to them. But this is how your life is going to go. It's all a battle between light and dark in your life. It's always going to be like that. And the thing that you're super intelligent, the problem that you're super intelligent is that you get really caught up into probably overthinking, right? Like, you're a person that probably overthinks, and you know that you overthink. Your mind's always moving. Like, you can't really do anything about your mind. It's really quick. It's really fast. It's really knowledgeable. It just learns everything. It's a sponge. It just notices everything, the good and the bad, the corrupt, the not corrupt, the just, the not just. It just notices everything, right? This is just how your mind is. So you can't do anything about your awareness. But the thing that you could do, because you're aware, then you can start to realize the good things that you need to do, right? You start to realize the good things that you need to do because you're so aware about things. You know not to go this way. You know not to go to there, to that person, to this place, to that. You know to go to that person, to this. You just have a really strong discernment. And this is why your gift of intelligence is truly a gift. But you just have to notice the dark side about it, because there's always a dark side to everything. There's always the negative parts. There's always, the problems that come with everything. But your intelligence is truly a good thing. It's a strength that you have. It's a really strong strength that you have, because you can't have a big purpose if you don't have a strong intelligence, right? Because if your purpose was something else, you're going to be gifted with different things. You're going to be gifted with discernment, intelligence, spiritual gifts, empathy, and everything. You're going to be gifted with all these things. And so this is how you've probably been as a child. And as a child, you're probably even a person that, before you knew much about God, before you knew much about things, you probably always had questions in your life, right? Because everybody was always just thinking about school and the material world and, you know, just doing all these things, and which is not bad, right? But you're always a person that thought outside. So you'd probably think about like space or something. You think about like where these stars come from. You probably even just think about random things like how do trees grow or something. You probably just, your intelligence has just made you like this because your brain's always learning new things and always being really aware of everything. So you've always been this type of person, and that's your gift of intelligence. It's a gift that you're really aware of. It makes you really aware. It doesn't make you just oblivious to things. Like, you're not a person that's oblivious to things. You really see through it, and that translates to seeing through people. This is why a lot of people either love you or hate you, because if you talk to someone that's really confident, someone who's full of light, they're going to love you, right? If you talk to someone that's full of dark and full of evil, or someone who's done a lot of bad things, when you talk to them, they get convicted, right? Because you expose the dark all the time, because you're a light, and the light exposes the dark. This is why you've had certain people like go off and you, or like they hate you really bad, or like they want to put you down and everything, because the way you make them feel is that their problems come out. Like you just like pull these problems out of them, and they see that you see through it, so they get mad because they need to protect themselves, right? So this is why situations with people for you have always been so weird. It's always been like really aggressive. Like you've had a lot of people who showed a lot of aggression to you, or you've had a lot of people that showed a lot of love to you. Like they want to be around you. That's how it is. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless you guys.